since it's 2025, 2024 just wrapped up, nearly into Legends Fest, I think it's an appropriate time to look back on all of 2024 and to look through every single unit or every single LF to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10 on how good I think they were, the actual animation. Now I'm going to explain my rankings real quick. 1 is I do not think it was good, and it should have been a different unit, like an Ultra or something along those lines. 2, I think it should have happened, but it was disappointing. 3 was just disappointing. 4 would be subpar or disappointing again. 5 is just perfectly average. Does nothing special, just perfectly average. 6 is above average. 7 is what I would consider good. 8 is great. 9 is excellent, and 10 is amazing. So let's start off with God Goku, or not God Goku, GT Goku. Now I'm gonna let this play out. Kind of give my comments on how good I think they are, obviously. I do think the beginning part is a little basic. Let me play it one more time. I do think that the beginning part is a little too basic for me. You know, just kind of a generic combo and to Kamehameha. I do think the Spirit Bomb looks decent. The very end when Shenron appears, I like that part too. Yeah, this part, all that was basic. This part looks nice, just fancy camo work. Yeah, pretty basic, but it does what it needs to do. Yeah, I really like that they had the Shenron. I'd say I give that like a 6, or I'd say I give that a 7, because that's pretty good. And now on to, obviously, the next LF Super 17, February's, late January's release. I have a feeling I know what I'm going to give this right away. Play it one more time, I'll give him commentary. But I do think that this one is definitely above GT Goku. Like, it's at bare minimum a 7. So I do think, like, I like this. I like kind of all around it is just pretty great. So yeah, I mean, this part looks great. Any LF that I was probably say any LF has a background change is probably gonna get like above at least a 7. Yeah, I do think but that looks great. This part was a little underwhelming, but this part right here looks amazing. I would say that. So yeah, I'm gonna give this like an 8. I'd give this like an 8 for, like, personally, very good. And now on to Super Vegeta, February's release. Now for my thoughts. I do think that this part, like, the entire beginning was just kind of like that's just kind of looks kind of generic. Looks great for 2024, but it still looks kind of generic. And then this is where we actually start getting to look amazing, like really good. Like, that looks great. Background change, so obvious, gonna be like a 7 or an 8. But yeah, it all looks pretty great. Is it on the same level as Super 17? I would say I'd say yeah it is. So yeah, that's also an 8. That's also looks great. Now on to Baby. Looks pretty good. I mean, it looks good. I'd say it's definitely. I'd say it's. This is another probably good. This I'd say this is a 7. Like it's on the level speed up on Goku. Like all this part, you know, you can live without. I do think this part, like here's when we start getting good. It's really long, obviously, but yeah, all this it still looks great. It still looks good. It's just long. But yeah, this I'd still give this like a 7. Yeah, this is like a 7. Still pretty good. On to Nappa, Napjita. This one's gonna be pretty short. It looks good, but it looks off. Like, it looks weird. But I'd say it's above average. It's certainly above average. Like, this part looks great. It's just when he fires it. Like, that looks weird. And this part looks weird, too. I'd say this is our first. I'd say, yeah, this is a 6. This is a solid 6. Still pretty good, though. And on to Anniversary, just like that. This is obviously this is obviously at least as good as Super 17. I'd say it's better. Like, it's certainly better than Super 17. Like this, like it's like sure it's just a generic, combo attack, but like I think it's either about the camera work or like his aura that makes it great. And then this part just looks really good. So, this is not an 8. This is a 9 out of 10, I'd say. So yeah, it's excellent. Very good. And now on to Super Vegito. Yeah, this is our first 10. Yeah, this is definitely the first 10 of this year. My only gripe is that they didn't do enough of the Kakarot stuff, except what they did do is still really good. Like, the only part you could say looks kind of weird is that specific jump, except all this just still looks great. Yeah, all this just looks amazing. So yeah, this is our first 10. Only issue, not long enough. Except hey, that's still good enough to be a 10. And here comes the drop-in quality. Not from the Vegito, but yeah, we already know what this is gonna get below. Okay. So, yeah. I'd say this is either a 5 or below. Let me just play it again and just try to dissect what I actually liked about it. Yeah, this entire beginning is just boring. There's no putting on it. But like as soon as this happens, it starts getting a little bit better. Like that was like I don't know, like everything surrounding the Kamehameha just looks great. Well, just looks good, I should say. But it's not enough to bring it past a 5. I'd say I'm giving this a 3. Severely disappointed / underwhelming. And now God Goku. This is gonna be hot take and / controversial. Yeah, I don't like this one, and I'm gonna actually explain my reasoning for it. I feel all that, like, they could have just, what they should have done is, instead of made it that, they should have just combined the 12 key and 18 key from Dokkan, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Fizz, Goku, 12 key, and then the 18 key from Dokkan. But yeah, I don't really like a lot of this. I like the part where it flies up, there's a specific shot that, this shot looks nice, the Kamehameha. I don't know. Like, I just don't see this getting past, like, the 3. I'd say, I'm gonna give this, like, I'm gonna give this a 2. This should have been an Ultra. But yeah, that's the 2. Worst than Ultimate Gohans. Not the worst of this year. Anyway, LF Omega. This is gonna get high. I don't know what was going on through half of that, but I sure enjoyed it. So I do think that this is definitely like, this is definitely at least like Super 17's level. Like this is at least an 8 or above. Like I'd say every shot about this looks great. Like there's not really a boring moment in this LF. There's always something going on. Is it enough to get a 10 though? Is it on the level of Super Vegito? I would say yes. So yeah, this is our second 10. So far, only 2 10s. Super Vegito and Omega. Who do we have next? Oh, yeah, we already know. Now the main question for me is that is this a 9? Is this an 8, 9, or 10? Because it's short, but in a good kind of way. Like it's kind of like good, like a good kind of short. Like can't really extend it anymore. I mean, it has the rock in the background. You know, bonus points for that. Like how the rock falls. Huh. I'd say this gives it like, I'd say this is a 9. Yeah, this is definitely a 9, but close to a 10. This is a 9, but close to a 10. I'd say it's on the level of Blue Gogeta. But yeah, still very good. Anyway, Tree of Might Coup. Tree Coup. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted on this one. Let me play it one more time. I like how hyper it is. Like, it's like it has the Omega thing where there's never a dull moment. But like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of basic. I love like the Spiel Palm bit. Everything with it looks good. Like this shot when he goes up. Yeah, the face. All this looks great. Yeah. I'd say this is like an 8. I'd give this on the. I'd say this is an 8. It's like Super. It's on the level of Super 17, so it's an 8. Yeah. Next, we have Gotenks. Now this is obviously gonna get pretty high. Let me just play it again, just so I can regain my thoughts. I'd say, I mean, kind of this looks basic, but it's good. It gets good quick. Like everything with this, it's good. Huh? I'd say this is like a 7. It's pretty good. You know, very good. Like yeah, it's a 7. But it'd be a 6 only if that second shot where Gotenks puts the ball up. If it was just Gotenks, but since it uses another character, it bumps it up to a 7, so pretty good. And now we have Goku Black. Now the main question for this LF is, do I think it's better than Vegito's? And I actually kind of don't know. I mean, it looks pretty good. I don't know. It just feels like something's missing from it. Like, I don't know. I think it has to do with the scythe. The scythe stuff seems too fast. This part looks great though. But yeah, all this, like, the scythes, like, I think he just hit, like, he could have done, like, probably 2 or 3 more slashes. But yeah, still looks really good. I'd give that, like, a 6. Still good. Actually 7. Still good. Now, Vegito. I don't know, like, this one, like, it looks pretty good. It just feels off. Like, same with Goku Black's, like, it feels unfinished, almost. Like, I feel like they could have done more. Like, I think, for me, the Kamehameha is too faster, which is really petty, but I think that's it. It has the same, I feel like it has the same issue with, Nap Vegeta, where this just feels off, like, it feels like there's no power behind it. So I'd say this is a 6. So yeah, first 6 or second 6. I don't know. Oh, God, not you. This one, Transforming Super Saiyan 3, I don't know, like, I like the charge up. I really like the charge up animation. Not this, but, I mean, this part just looks eh. This part looks really good. Well, the first part, and then we just devolve into just a big punch. It's just a big punch and explosion. Huh. I don't know. I think this might be a 1. Yeah. This is probably a 1. Only because it's just a big punch, and it should have been an Ultra anyway. Daima Goku. Yeah, this is obviously a 10. I'm gonna give this a 10 mainly because it has the Omega thing where there's never a dull moment. It would 10 just never have a dull moment, I feel like. But yeah, I really like all this. Reminds me of the show, obviously. But yeah, the only issue with this is that camera movement just looks weird. That's the only issue, but it's still enough to give it a 10. Yeah, and how it just straight up doesn't... It feels like it never ends. And all of it just looks amazing. Like, yeah, this is a 10. No questions asked. This is just a straight up 10. So yeah, what, we've had 3 10s? I mean, let's do a quick recap on every unit so far. Or every unit of this year. So first off, we have Spear Palm Goku with a 7. Super 17 with an 8. Super Vegeta, which I believe I gave a 7. Baby, which I believe I gave a 8 or a 7. Nappa Vegeta, which I believe I gave a 6. Fusion Gogeta, which I believe I gave a 9. Not Transforming. Super Vegito, Fusing Super Vegeta, which I believe I gave a, which is a 10. Ultimate Gohan, which I believe I gave a 2. God Goku, which I believe I gave a 4. Omega, which is the second 10. Broly, which I gave a 9. Triku, which I believe I gave a 8 or a 6. Gotenks, which I believe I gave a 7. Goku Black, which I believe I gave a 7. Vegeta, which I believe I gave a 6. Transforming Super Saiyan 3, which I believe I gave a 1. And finally, Daima Goku, which I believe I gave, which is the 10. So overall, I would say this batch of LFs this year, overall, very, very mixed bag in terms of animations. You know, you have for every Super Vegito for every Super Vegito you get, for every Super Vegito and Omega you get like a Transforming Super Saiyan 3 and Ultimate Gohan. But yeah, overall mixed bag. The highs were certainly very high, but the lows were certainly very low. Not good. So yeah, that's gonna be concluding this video of me just rating every single LF from this year. Yeah. So I guess I'll see you guys later. Alright, bye.